live on the podcast. It is the Quarantine Chronicles episode 15. If you made it this far, thank you. If you haven't and you're listening for the first time, thank you also. This is a podcast about us staying at home. We have no topic today, so whatever the topic says in the title is what we figured out on the spot. This is the improv podcast edition of the Quarantine Chronicles, and we're going to start off with the classic of Justin, Mike, what did you do today? And I'm going to go off first. Yes, I'm bulldozing Mike right over like I'm Dave Meltzer and Brian Alvarez. I'm just keeping on going. What did I do today? I woke up at 8:30. Yeah, I got a pretty good sleep. I'm not going to lie. It was a good one. Woke up, fed my animals, made some chocolate chip protein pancakes. I got that down. I got the flipping down finally on the pancakes. What else I do? I chilled at home. Obviously, I chilled at home. I got some McDonald's later in the day. I went through the drive-thru. That was nice. That was good. Got the coupons, two for I think it was $11, 2 combos. So it was a good deal. What I do? I watched the Eliza Schmelsinger. I can't say her last name. She has like a sketch show on Netflix. It's pretty good. And trying to figure out my bit that I'm going to be doing tomorrow. I sent it to one of my friends to ask for some notes, and he said nothing. He's like, it reads really good. I just got to see you perform it. I'm like, all right, we'll find out tomorrow if it's good or not. That was my day. Mike, what'd you do today?
Let me tell you, I woke up at 7:30. This is the first time I've said that I woke up. And the reason I woke up at 7:30, because normally when I see it 7:30, I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll just lay around for another half an hour until I have to get up. I woke up to an email from Microsoft saying that somebody somebody successfully logged in to your Microsoft account from Russia. And I was like normally my stomach, that pit in my stomach, it sinks to my stomach when I get an email like that. But for some reason, it was so ridiculous that I was like, first off, what's connected to my Microsoft account? Nothing. The only thing that's connected to Microsoft is Skype. So somebody really, really, really wanted to be on the podcast or get into a Skype call. I mean, if you just wanted to get into a Skype call, you should have just tweeted Breach. And I know for a fact Breach would just bring people in. No new people, but, I'm sure he would bring them in. So I had to go through and change the password, but then I changed the password and it didn't work, and then I had to change it again, and then when I tried to log in on Skype just now, it still didn't work. So I downloaded the app earlier today, the applicator app or whatever, like when it asks you to log in, you just go on the app and it says, oh yeah, whatever. So I don't understand. Luckily I'm logged into Skype, but I hate so much, people don't have anything to do. So they're just like, oh, let's just, try to get somebody's account so we can, sell it back to them. It's just the worst. There's so many days, Justin, that I go where I'm just like, I wish I lived in a world where I didn't have to worry about stuff like that, where I can just I could just delete all traces of the internet and just disconnect. I'm going to be Stanley at the end of The Office when he's just on a boat and they have to bring a boat and mail him to get his mail.
It's kind of ironic how you have so many internet friends, but you're just I'm out of here.
Well, but that's the thing. I could just text you or call you guys. You know what I mean? I could talk to you through other ways of social media or whatever. And it's one of those things where it's I rose up through the internet. I made my friends, and now I want to leave and get as far away as possible. And I'm taking my friends with me through text message and phone call.
So your job is based on the internet, though. That makes it even more funny.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And I know Tommy's giving me crap for this a lot. It's my my job is on the internet, but I hate the internet so much. And it's not even that I hate the internet. It's just what the internet has become, because nowadays it's a free for all, and nobody knows anything. And back in 2013, 2012, whatever, there was a limited amount of people that were on social media that were on YouTube, that were on Twitter, Instagram, making content. Content wasn't even a word back in the day. You just like posted a video or you
Bro,
tweeted.
bro. When we used to make videos, people made fun of us. You go to school now, you make videos,
Oh,
people are like, you were praised for it.
there's so
You're
many
like brave.
like
Oh my God, you make videos? How do you do that? Before, back in our day, your day, my day, bro, we're getting lit up. We're getting roasted by our friends.
I used to have people in middle school tell me that they would get on Xbox Live and watch my videos together. Like, and later on, I was just like, like I would laugh and be like, ha, like, thanks for the views, guys. But back then I was like, oh, like, oh, everyone's like watching what I do and oh, this is weird. And like nowadays, you got kids, if you go to a middle school, um, even at an elementary school at this point, and you ask the kids what they want to be when they grow up, everybody in like our range was like, "Oh, I want to be a firefighter. I want to be an astronaut. I want to be the president." Stupid things that like nobody would ever do. Some people did them, and like for them, I applaud them. But like, I mean, people now are like, "I want to be a influencer, guys. I want to be a YouTuber. I want to be an internet content creator." It's like, what happened to my internet? Like, you know what I
That
mean?
old guy. You sound like an old guy on his
I
porch.
really do, and that's
Look
that's the
at these
crazy part.
kids ruining my internet.
No, you don't understand. Like because for the longest time, like we had all this stuff. We had an open field and nobody was running in it. And now somebody came and they bulldozed and they put up a mall. You know what I mean? Like that's literally what happened. And
You're turning into an internet boomer, dude.
I mean, by all means, like I like where I like the fact that more people are using it. But let me tell you, like the first couple of years in college, trying to explain to people that they need to like, start making YouTube videos, they need to like start tweeting, they need to start like making like internet stuff and social media stuff, like they just turned the other way. And at the end in senior year, like so many people were like, "Oh, like you got to follow me on Instagram, like you got to do this." And I was like, "Yeah, I know. I've been doing this for years. You
Bro,
create
you
an
tell me
online presence."
one of your high school teachers were teaching like a YouTube class or something, and then he was like telling you bad advice.
What?
Remember your high school teacher was telling you YouTube advice one time, and you looked at him like he's an idiot?
When was this?
I don't know. I remember your graphics design class,
Oh,
and then one time I was like, I should be teaching this class.
yeah, we had a video production class that was like it was brand new for the high school, and it's since gone on to win awards. So you can see what happened after they got rid of the guy that was running it. And so they had a guy that was like he was older, so he didn't really understand what was going on. And we were just making news stories and posting them to YouTube. And so I was like, if this is a news broadcast, then this isn't the right like way to do things. Like this is we don't have the right teacher for this. But if this is a YouTube class like it's been all year, then I know how to do this. Like there were so many people in there that would come up to me and be like, "Oh, like I saw your this video, I saw your that video," like, and then they were trying to like do the same thing. It was like a YouTube class. It was literally a YouTube class, like all inspiring, aspiring like YouTubers, and it was just like one of those crazy things where you know that's just that's how much the times have changed essentially.
I want to
So,
ask also, I didn't even know you had a Microsoft account, Mr. Apple himself.
well, I have to for Skype because ever since Skype got bought out by Microsoft,
Oh, you
'cause-
can't sign in with a regular email. You have to have a Hotmail or Live or
well, I
whatever.
just I just used it like I've just used it for a long time. Like I had my old YouTube Skype that was the HBK Fan 25 one that I had so many people on there that when they would come online, I would be like, I have no idea who you are. So at one point, like 5 years ago or 6 years ago, I just made a new one because I was like, I don't want people from YouTube adding me on Skype except for my friends.
I
So,
made this. I made this account in 2009, and I used to have other internet friends, and I think I just deleted them all.
well, yeah, I mean that's the thing, but I didn't want people to know like my like username, so they can just
Uh,
add me.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean you have to have a Microsoft account, especially because like soon, well, like at the very end of my Minecraft career, which I sound weird saying that, Microsoft bought Minecraft, so you had to have a Microsoft account to get into Minecraft. So there's a chance that it's connected. I haven't played Minecraft in maybe 5 years. So like I know at one point Tommy's Minecraft got like hacked by a little kid YouTuber and like changed the name, changed the email, and changed everything. Kid just got Minecraft for free. And Mojang at the time wouldn't do anything about it. So
there you go.
And then what I also did today, I have I was waiting all day because 21 Pilots was releasing a song and a video, and I wasn't sure what to expect.
All
because
days based on this band.
Well, no, this is a different band from the one that I would talk about every other podcast.
ARJ or something?
No, All Time Low.
Oh.
They released an album last week, and then yesterday, 21 Pilots announced that they were gonna do a video and a song today. And the picture they gave us was a flash drive with like some branding and stuff on it. And I was like, interesting. Like, I wonder what it's gonna be. So I watched the video. And as I was watching the video and listening to the song, like he must have made this like in 3 weeks, because this was all about like staying at home in a quarantine, like with with his family, and then he would send the flash drive in the mail, and then the drummer who like there's only two people in the band. So there's a lead singer and like guitarist and stuff, and he has like a home studio, and then he would like do whatever in the home studio, and they were like kind of like home movie-esque like filming this, and then they'd send it in the mail, and then the next shot was the drummer getting it and like plugging in the USB and then like doing the drums and stuff for the song, and then he would send it back, and then it would go back and forth, and then like their wives were in it. Were you a Disney, like we discussed this once before, like Disney Channel and stuff, but there was, I forgot what the show was called, but do you know who Debbie Ryan is?
No.
Okay, well, she was a Disney star, and she's married or engaged to the drummer. So like she was in the video, like they were putting up like stars, like those glow in the dark stars, and then at the end of the video, they pan out, and they're putting the like flash drive in the mailbox, but they live next door to each other. And I'm like 99% sure that that's actually their houses, and they actually do live next to each other. And I just like my mind. I know how
my mind, dude.
My mind was blown.
It's been a podcast.
So that was the big thing today. I listened to that song on repeat probably 50 times.
So more than I listened to Rollin' on WrestleMania Sunday.
Probably. It's just such a good song. It's like one of those where like you probably, if you heard one of like the most popular like 21 Pilots song, you would be like, oh, like I've heard that one before. I think this is going to be that song, just for the reason
it's going to bang. It's going to slap your son.
Just for the reason that it's about the time period that we're in right now with the quarantine and stuff, and staying home. And I think it's going to like, I honestly think the last time I checked, like an hour ago, it's already #1 on the iTunes charts. So, I mean, I'm glad that 21 Pilots was the first one to do it, because watching this video, I'm like, man, this is just a perfect band to like release the first like creative piece of music during this time that was like created during this time. You know what I mean? And that's like the main thing that's like coming through. I think someone's at the door. The doorbell just rang.
For you? Not me.
Yeah, not by me.
Damn, dude, were you getting a package, dude?
I don't know. Should I go check?
My villain jersey in?
No, that's already in.
Oh, it's here. All right, cool. I don't know.
The one that you ordered the other day, or like a couple of weeks ago. Should I go check who it was?
I don't know. I don't
or go
care.
talk about something. Talk about WrestleMania.
WrestleMania?
Talk about AEW losing in the ratings.
Oh my God! All right, let me talk about AEW, dude. So first off, I saw one tweet that says AEW has 692,000 viewers on Wednesday this week, and NXT has not been tracking. Moments later, NXT 693,000. NXT was at the 51 spot. AEW's at 32 spot by demos, but NXT won by a total of 1,000 viewers. First of all, NXT, I don't know how it barely won by 1,000, but it should have won by a lot more because AEW was full of video packages last night. The matches were kind of whatever. NXT ran a friggin' takeover with the monster main event of Gargano versus Ciampa, and the last time they ever wrestled an empty arena match, and it was wild. Well, I didn't watch it, but everyone said it was wild, but it wasn't wild because there was commercial breaks in between.
Do you really think that's going to be the last time they wrestle?
I don't think so. But 1,000 viewers they won, and they didn't even get in the top 50.
Okay, here's the thing, Justin. I found out that when it comes to the Nelson rating, that you have to have like the Nelson, like you basically have to be like registered or something.
Yeah.
So there's
an average.
Yeah.
It's an average.
So that's why it's like to me that number means nothing. Like the first month I was all fired up about the number, but now I just don't care about that number. So
bro, also
people going crazy, the people who like post like about like, oh, this side won or this side won. It doesn't matter. Just watch wrestling. Like calm down.
NXT should have won though. NXT should have won by a lot because
NXT should have won a lot this past 6 months.
What?
The NXT should have won a lot this past 6 months.
No, but I'm saying like today was the day to beat them by like they barely beat them, and they kind of didn't beat them with the demos that like the TV people care about.
But why does that matter?
Because it's for ads. They make more money on ads.
Yeah, okay, but you have no. First off, you have the fight TV thing, so that doesn't matter for you with the ads. So why do you, as a fan, care so much about AEW beating NXT?
Oh, why do I care? Oh, yeah. Well, I'll tell you why. It all started when NXT announced they're going to be on Wednesdays, and all I heard was NXT was going to destroy AEW. This jobber company can't even beat a third-rate NXT WWE program on the USA Network. And look what happened in week 1. Look what happened week 2 through week 3, and so on and so forth. They won a handful of times, 5 times maybe. And like the only reason they've won is because they used WWE guys stacked up like main roster people going against NXT in the Survivor Series feud. There was that when Rhea Ripley won, that was a big interest. And then this week where it was like pretty much a damn takeover to beat AEW. So like I like when AEW wins for the fact of these WWE like diehards that will defend WWE to the death. I'm not saying I love wrestling. I watch WWE for a reason, like different reasons than most now, because I find it funny half the time. And then when they do good stuff, it's really good. But when they do regular stuff, it's kind of bad. And it's like a relationship that I'm stuck in for the rest of my life. Kind of, I can't get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just funny to me that AEW just beats NXT. I just laugh every time.
See, I'm in the thing where it's like I say all the time, like I have nothing against NXT. I went to NXT War Games, the pay-per-view, because I knew that that's going to be the best wrestling show of Survivor Series weekend. I specifically say I watch AEW live on Wednesdays. I'm not going to go back and watch NXT because I really don't care. All the people that are in NXT, I've seen a ton on the independents, at the independent shows that I would go to, at Ring of Honor shows, at AEW shows, watching like PWG now and then. I wish the best for the people in NXT, but right now I want to see the guys in AEW. And I watch AEW on Wednesdays every week, and I watch for the most part, every NXT TakeOver, because I know NXT TakeOver is going to be the best WWE show that WWE puts on that has the WWE logo on it. NXT will always be the best show, hands down, in that company.
Do the same thing, and then whatever you don't miss, you just watch the little videos on Twitter and you keep up with it.
Yeah.
Also, when NXT is in that small building all the time, it just feels like kind of boring. I've watched NXT on Wednesday. I'm like, I'm kind of bored of this. Like, it feels the same every week.
And here's the thing with NXT. I look at NXT as the future, and if the future is run by Triple H, give me my DX Army helmet, because I'm ready to go with Triple H. If Triple H is running things with Shawn Michaels by his side, like, let's go. Like, I'm gonna get in, like sign me up to get on the bus, like the bandwagon or whatever. Like, I'm all for Triple H running NXT. So that's why I want NXT to like be positive and, you know, go on. It's pretty much like I see that they're doing good things, but now I want to like support the company that's like brand new, and I want to hope like I want to like push them to do good things.
Bro, we were there for day one, all in. That's how it started.
Yeah. So that's why
I only watch the takeovers because it's the best show on WWE, and it's an actual arena, so you actually hear like the crowd went wild.
Like All In is the equivalent of if Vince McMahon, like if he ran a wrestling show like before, or that didn't have a WWE name on it, and then a year later he made WWE. Like that would be, I guess Vince McMahon Sr. that would be the case, but like that's why being at All In, you know, the equivalent to like, you know, like a show before the company was created, and then, you know, Double or Nothing being WrestleMania 1 equivalent, All Out being WrestleMania 2, you know what I mean? So it's like being at that thing, it's like I want to support this company.
Went to the same thing, but then the Revolution was good, but like I feel like Full Gear was it was there, it was good, but it was there.
See, Full Gear and Revolution, I put equal to the summer shows that AEW had last summer.
Oh, I don't know. Revolution, I think, was top tier show.
Well, Revolution, I mean, one, for it being in Chicago, that was a big deal, and like the fact that it had big matches on there. Full Gear had big matches, but I don't remember anything from Full Gear, like personally. I know that's because I was there at Revolution versus being there at Full Gear, but I paid for Full Gear. That was the first pay-per-view I bought in since like 2014 Ring of Honor shows. So. But I do want to watch that Gargano Ciampa match. Like, do you think that's going to be the last time they wrestle?
No way.
Yeah, no chance.
Like literally no chance in hell, because Vince will make them wrestle if they ever get on the main roster.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. What else are we talking about?
I think we should wrap it up there while we're
NXT ahead. How to be a YouTube star. That's the title of this episode probably.
Something like that. I just think we should do title it AEW versus NXT.
How to become a YouTube star. That's my selection.
You and your titles, like, you know, it's crazy. I don't know.
Dude.
All right. Well, I don't have any. Let's see. WWE Shop. I'm gonna go to WWE Shop, and I'm going to the $40% off select shirts still going strong on WWE Shop. They are selling these like posters from WrestleMania 36.
Oh, highly recommend. I want that NWO Cena one, and I want that Taker Bike one.
Yeah.
So, but I need to meet them and get them signed. And are they ever going to do meet and greets for wrestlers anymore?
Here's the thing. I want this DIY Explodes t-shirt because that's honestly one of the best t-shirts that WWE has made in a long time. So my advice to my future self is memorize your set. You have a show tomorrow, even though it's on your laptop. My message to my future self is to watch that Ciampa versus Gargano match before it's too late and before you unsubscribe from the network. All right. Well, on that note, I'm the best in the world.